Ladies and gentlemen, the weather outside is frightful. Our topics tonight are delightful. I've got to my right, Big Banks and the Big Banks Theory. I am Strooves. Let's rock.
Yummy, 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 I got love in my tummy and I feel like I'm loving you. Love you such a sweet thing, good enough to...
Leading off today, we have a story out of Washington State, the Pacific Northwest. This ties into our issues of sensitivity, political correctness, and all of those other topics. A baker by the name of Ken Bellingham produced a number of novelty cookies at his bakery, one of which, God forbid, the crime of the century has been committed. One of them wrote or read, "Build the Wall." This some folks in the left-leaning circles in Washington State, Edmond, Washington in particular. Funny, his name was Ken Bellingham, which is another city in Washington State. Some did not take kindly to the cookie.
What are you going to have? These have always been very popular. Some are a little risque, some are nice. I just try to be funny. People were just going off like they don't know anything about me. Yeah, right. You know, and yet I was, supposedly this horrible person. The trouble I got into was I just wrote on one cookie, I wrote, "Build that wall."
This is a photograph that I took of the cookies, specifically the one that says, "Build that wall." It's really hard to see words like that. We were born here, but my parents were the stories that you see on the news of people crossing the border just because they want to have a new start. You say something with enough hate, you chant it, you have white supremacists, the alt-right chanting it, it's going to become racial.
I did it as a joke, but it was really taken out of context, and it's not anything that I endorse. I don't think building a wall is going to solve our problems.
A cookie like this does represent that there is some sort of hate coming out of that bakery, whether he chooses to admit it or not.
This was on my front door this morning. It says, "Stop the hate," but this is more hateful than this could ever be.
Racists, I can't believe this is, seeing this. What is your take, Big Banks? Are we really starting to go down that road again where you can't even express a political belief for fear of your business going under and other kinds of retribution?
At the end of the day, it's a cookie. I don't know if everybody's seen the episode of Seinfeld, the black and white cookie. It was just trying to bring the world together just by just sending a message. But all jokes aside, every store owner tries to do a gimmick to get people in to come patronize their store. And that was his. And I feel, a lot of these people are just poking fun at a lot of businesses to say, hey, you're the next bakery out of
current events. You're not allowed to talk about current events anymore.
No.
That's current events have always been in vogue in terms of trying to sell your product. Sometimes poking fun one way or another, but is a build the wall cookie the end of the world? Is it truly racist? Is anyone deep down hurt and harmed by the production of such a cookie? I don't know. And the other take on this is that it's going to have a counterproductive effect. You've just focused the spotlight is now on this business. Exactly. And tons of people do share this sentiment, so they're going to be more inclined to go and do business with Edmond's Bakery. He's now in the national media spotlight. He might get a few pieces of hate mail here and there, but I guarantee you the prevailing public argument is going to side with him, his bakery, and the criminality of the cookie.
It just makes me want to go see the cookie. He might just sell out and just might be a staple,
this
product.
might be his go-to, absolutely.
Yeah, so, build a wall cookie.
Ken Bellingham, if you are listening, Big Banks needs a baker's dozen right now.
Yes.
Thanks for staying with us, folks. We'll catch you on the next video, on the next clip. Peace.
Now, what starts with the letter C? Cookie starts with C. Let's think of other things that starts with C. Who cares about other things? C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. Oh, cookie, cookie, cookie starts with C. Oh, for cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. Oh, cookie, cookie, cookie starts with C. Hey, you know what? A round cookie with one bite out of it looks like a C. A round donut with one bite out of it also looks like a C. But it is not as good as a cookie. Oh, the moon sometimes looks like a C, but you can't eat that. So, C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. Yeah, C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. Oh, cookie, cookie, cookie starts with C.